So you want to make an educational video. More specifically, you're making a video for a massive open online course or MOOC. How the heck are you going to do that? Where are you going to get your equipment or software? What should the video look like? Do you have to be in the video? Before I answer these things, let's first rewind to the good old days. A classroom in the 1950s. Hagerstown, Maryland had a problem. There were too many students and too few teachers. What were they going to do? A so-called educational innovation was believed to be the answer to all of these problems. TVs in the classroom. The experiment arguably worked. Performance and assessment scores had either stayed the same or improved. 30 years later, educational technology researcher Larry Cuban was skeptical and assessed the success of TV in schools by looking at three things: accessibility, purpose, and usage. How accessible were the TVs to students and teachers? What was the purpose for using these TVs, and how often were they used? These same questions could be applied to the video you are about to make. Let's first take a look at purpose. What is the intended purpose of the video, and how does that affect the overall quality of your video? The simple answer is to plan, plan, plan. Most of you have access to lecture captures. This is a simple solution. Just get someone to record your lecture and throw it online, right? Wrong. Planning and scripting smaller video segments that don't exceed 6 minutes each is the best way to get students to engage with your video. Not only will these shorter videos be more engaging for you, the viewer, it will help you refine your pedagogy and include only the relevant material. Lecture captures are also very impersonal and distant. If you want students to engage and use this content, you want to be personal. There's no real evidence for whether or not me staring at you helps you pay attention or be more engaged. But one thing research does prove is good educational videos do have someone talking directly to you.
Not in a robot voice. You might not believe it, but this does happen.
Are you uncomfortable in front of the camera? Then don't lecture to an empty room. Get some friends to join you. Make it fun. Get some snacks. Anything to make the process more enjoyable for you. Research shows that fast talking actually improves MOOC engagement. But don't try to talk really, really fast. Instead, be interested and excited about what you're talking about. And this will help you with your talking pace. This is also why having your friends there is important. Also, if you are going to read off a teleprompter or big cue cards, don't make it obvious. Speaking in a conversational style will actually improve the learning experience. Everyone is different, so this part is up to you. Some people like to memorize, some like to make notes. I find reading from a teleprompter works just fine, but whatever makes you the most comfortable will produce the best video. The beauty of video is that you can edit, and little mistakes are forgivable. Now let's look at usage. How can you further improve your video technically so it gets better engagement and usage from students? Definitely don't do this. There's rarely ever a reason to use green screen, and it's still a pretty popular format on most MOOCs, but it adds a distraction for the viewer. So if I'm up here and there's text somewhere down here, this can be a cognitive overload for the learner. So if you're going to be using text or graphics, just cut back and forth. You don't always have to see me. It's okay not to be seen and just have text or information on the screen. This is sometimes called in the MOOC world the Khan Academy style of video, popular with tutorial type lectures. But if you're going to do this, students are more receptive to seeing you actually write your text instead of typing it. Want to know something else you shouldn't do? Don't say exactly what is on screen. This leads to a cognitive overload, and you don't need me to say it if you can already read it. Now let's talk about accessibility or appearance. What can you do to make your video watchable, even if you have a small budget and don't have access to a studio like this? Sound is more important than video. Good sound can improve the overall quality of a bad video. But good picture and bad sound just doesn't really work as well. Now let's take a look at some shots of my friend Dave that were shot cheaply and on the fly.
My name is Dave.
Dave here is being lit by daylight and indoor light. Cameras pick up daylight as blue and indoor light as orange. Try not to mix these up. Choose just one.
My name is Dave.
Here we see that Dave is standing in front of books. Books don't make you look smart and can be distracting, especially if you can read the spines.
My name is Dave.
Here we can't see Dave. That's because he is being shot backlit by the sun coming through the window. Don't do this.
My name is Dave.
Here we can see Dave, and he is being lit using the sun only, but from the side. There's also a nice depth to the background of the shot. There are no lights or studios used here. This is one of the best and cheapest ways to record a speaker. And there you have it. The goal is to do the best you can with the budget and the time that you have, and hopefully your video will be effective, have longevity, and achieve the learning goal you set out with. Please subscribe, like this video, and read the description to find out more information and resources to help you more with the technical bits. Remember, plan, keep it personal, and sound is more important than video, and your video is going to be great.